Hi guys. So today we're looking at another standard deck, Innistrad Return to Ravnica block, and this is a combo deck. And as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about combo decks, even though they're not very competitive in standard. You might win an FNM or you might even win a tourney with it, but once people see what you're trying to do, they figure ways to play around it. Nevertheless, this is a fun deck that revolves around Epic Experiment. If you don't know what Epic Experiment does, it's one blue, one red, and X. And then what you do is you exile the top X cards of your library, and for each instant and sorcery among those cards, with converted mana costs equal to or less than X, you cast those for free, and then you exile those cards at the end of the turn. The rest of the cards just go to your graveyard. So basically, like if you do Epic Experiment where X equals 7, you draw 7 cards, and if anything that you pull is an instant sorcery and it costs 7 or less mana, you get to play that for free, and then everything else goes to the graveyard. So this is what the deck revolves around. Basically, what it wants to do is you Epic Experiment for 7, so you need 9 mana on board, and hopefully you pull into a Devastation Tide, maybe. You definitely want to pull into a Temporal Mastery, and eventually you want to hope that you find your Devil's Play. One thing to note is that if you pull a spell that has X in its casting cost with Epic Experiment, then X equals 0. So, I mean, you're telling me, wow, that sucks, man. And it does, but the thing is, you don't play the Devil's Play. You just hold it in your hand, or you just don't cast it, and what happens is it goes to the graveyard because of Epic Experiment if you flip it over. And then you can either just flash it back, but most likely you will probably use Mystic Retrieval to bring it back to your hand, and then cast it for an even bigger Devil's Play, and then use Increasing Vengeance to double that damage. So that's the combo basically, and it seems a little clunky when you first look at it, and I have my own decisions on like what I think the deck should do to help improve its draw and be a little more interactive with the board. But this is a mirror image of what some guy played in States to top 8. So we're going to go through the card choices really quickly. He has 25 lands. Most of them are basics. He's got 2 Overgrown Tombs and 2 Steam Vents, so those are his Farseek targets. And basically the reason why he's all the basic lands is he needs a forest for Ranger's Path, and right now he is not playing any white, so he doesn't need Temple Garden. It's possible to splash white so that maybe you can splash something like Terminus, but that might be a little too cute, although I think it's very playable when you're playing 4 Farseek and 4 Ranger's Path. Also, he's got a bunch of islands and mountains, and you're wondering, well, Ken, why doesn't he just play more Hinterland Harbors or more Steam Vents or something? Like, I can understand not the check lands, but maybe more shock lands. And the reason is because of Boundless Realms. And what this card does is it's 7 mana, search your library for up to X basic lands, where X is equal to the number of lands in play. So you can imagine that with the ramping package, something like Farseek Ranger's Path, on turn 5 you're going to be sitting around 6 or 7 mana. And when you eventually do cast Boundless Realms, even on turn 4, it's possible, right? So when you eventually do cast Boundless Realms, you're looking to double your mana base. Basically, you're looking to go from 6 or 7 to 14 mana, and that is significant. Everything else in here, we got Forbidden Alchemy to draw deep into the deck, Increasing Vengeance for the fork, Think Twice just to draw deeper, get more cards in hand. 4 Temporal Mastery. With this ramp package, you'll probably be able to play it hardcasted if necessary, but you're hoping to be able to miracle it most of the time so that you can use it either as an early explorer or late game as a turn to finish your opponent. We got 4. Where is Devastation Tide in this list? Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. So we got 4 Devastation Tide right here. This used to just buy you time early, same way as Temporal Mastery, except it's just clearly a little more powerful, more tempo based. 1 Mystic Retrieval to grab back your Devil's Play. or I guess possibly any other kind of card, but I am pretty sure it's just for Devil's Play. And then Epic Experiment, of course. So we'll try it out. We'll see how it does. I don't really have a sideboard ready for it, but you know, just some things that seem pretty straightforward is Dispel, so that you can resolve whatever you need to resolve. Rolling Temblor for aggro. I don't know what a better choice is. I was thinking Magma Quake, because it hits Planeswalkers too, but Rolling Temblor just seems to do everything you need to do. Reforge the Soul is something that I was thinking of playing main board, because if you're playing just a bunch of ramp, there is a point where you just hit a critical mass of land, and you just need more power in your hand. And the best way is to draw 7. Like, I would rather pay 5 to draw 7 than to, you know, pay 5 and hold 2. You know what I mean? So, like, would think twice. So Reforge the Soul is an option. You know, after we play a few games with it, we'll see what we can do with it. And another idea is maybe just main decking Rakdos Return. This would mean changing the mana base a little bit, maybe adding in a couple more Overgrown Tombs, which is fine because you can still Farseek or Ranger's Path for them. But this would be a nice finisher as well. I'm not sold on only having one finisher. So having maybe 2 Rakdos Returns in the main board will help, you know, help even out the board so that you're not, you know, banking on pulling your one Devil's Play. So anyway, let's give this deck a try and check it out in the next video.